The Texas sun shone bright over Maple Hollow Ranch, my family's 20-acre home, as I stood under the old oak tree where my daughter Emma would soon get married. This was no regular day. It was the day an HOA boss named Carolyn Pierce tried to ruin Emma's wedding and ended up in handcuffs, her power trip falling apart in front of everyone. I'm David Lawson, a retired real estate lawyer, and this is how a father's love for his daughter and a sheriff by my side turned an HOA president's arrogance into her biggest mistake. The look on Carolyn's face when the cuffs snapped on made every moment of the fight worth it. Maple Hollow has been ours for 3 generations, bought by my grandfather in the 1950s when these hills were wide and free. I grew up riding horses across its fields, knowing every inch. After 20 years as a lawyer in Dallas, I came back when my father passed, retiring to run the ranch with my wife Grace. Our daughter Emma, now 28 and a veterinarian, loved this place as much as I did. When she and her fiancé Liam, a calm civil engineer, picked the 150-year-old oak tree, its branches like a natural church, for their wedding, it felt perfect. My parents and grandparents married under it, and Emma, at 8, swore she would too. Liam saw its magic right away. Trouble started 5 years ago when a developer built Cedar Hills Estates next door, a gated neighborhood of perfect lawns and big egos. The only road to our ranch went through it, but I'd secured a legal easement, filed with the county, to guarantee our access. As a lawyer, I knew it was solid. For years, the HOA was friendly. We'd wave, invite neighbors to our 4th of July barbecues, even let their kids ride horses. Then Carolyn Pierce became HOA president, and things turned bad. Carolyn, a former office manager who lost her job after a divorce, saw Cedar Hills as her kingdom. Short, with a sharp haircut and a cold smile, she ruled with a strict clipboard, raising fees for beautification that only fixed her street, banning block parties, and fining people for tall grass. She wanted to sell her house high to fund a city council run, and our ranch's cows, tractors, and rustic look, to her, hurt her perfect image. For months before Emma's wedding, I went to an HOA meeting to warn about extra traffic for the event. Carolyn's smile was fake, her eyes icy. "Property values come first, Mr. Lawson," she said. "Strange cars could hurt our community's look." I showed her the easement, explained it was a one-day party, but her nod felt like a trick. Soon, complaints came. My tractor was visible, my cows too loud. When wedding setup started, Carolyn demanded workers sign up with the HOA, a rule she made up. I stood strong, citing my rights, but a neighbor warned me Carolyn was telling homebuyers the ranch was a temporary problem soon to be developed, pure lies to help her campaign. 2 weeks out, Nancy, the HOA secretary and a kind teacher, texted me. Carolyn's emergency board meeting was planning to block large events. I sent a formal letter with easement copies to stop her. Nancy's reply scared me. Carolyn hired security and was smiling like she's won. My cameras caught her at midnight with a shady man at the subdivision gate, proof she was plotting. A week later, a letter from Carolyn's cousin, a new lawyer, listed fake violations and threatened to block our road for safety. Emma cried, Liam promised to fix it, and I called my friend Sheriff Mark Thompson, my high school pal and a 3-term sheriff. When Emma's original best man got sick, Mark offered to step in, his sheriff role a hidden advantage. "This feels illegal," he said. "I'll be there." 10 days before, Carolyn announced emergency road repairs to close the entrance on wedding day. No permits existed, Mark confirmed. She'd hired peak security, run by Travis Holt, a fired ex-deputy known for roughness, his license under review, his guards often untrained. Grace wanted to face Carolyn, but I chose a plan. We set an alternate route through my neighbor Jack's land, but I wasn't giving up. Mark placed 2 deputies nearby, and I sent a legal warning by courier. Carolyn signed it, grumpy. A former councilwoman, Edith, revealed Carolyn's scheme: block the wedding, film the mess for her campaign, and act like a hero against outsiders. It was a show, and Emma's day was her stage. The day before, Liam and I met Carolyn at her neat home, papers in hand. Her smile faded, replaced by a glare. "Your dirty wedding will ruin our values," she snapped. "Find another way in." Travis Holt arrived, smirking, saying no one gets through without papers. Outside, he warned, "I'm just doing my job, Lawson. Move the wedding." I smiled, he'd regret that. That night, Emma's bridesmaids hung fairy lights under the oak, her heirloom dress ready. Neighbors helped, Jack cleared a path, others promised support. Carolyn's bullying had split Cedar Hills, and her power was fading. Wedding morning was beautiful, the Texas sky clear. Emma glowed, Liam smiled wide. At 7:30, I drove to the gate. Barricades blocked the road, signs saying, "Residents only." 8 peak guards, led by Travis, stood with Carolyn, her suit oddly fancy. She smirked, "Road work, Mr. Lawson. Find another route." Travis's men filmed, eager for trouble. I stayed calm. "This is illegal, Carolyn. Remove the barriers." She lied about a board vote. Travis threatened action. By 9 o'clock, guests piled up, confused. Emma teared up, but I waited. Then 3 sheriffs' SUVs zoomed in, lights flashing. Mark stepped out, not a groomsman, but Sheriff Thompson, badge shining. Carolyn's jaw dropped. "This is an HOA matter," she stammered. Mark was firm. "No permits, Ms. Pierce. You're blocking a legal easement, a crime." He cited my papers, demanding the barriers move. Travis argued, "This is private property." Mark snapped, "Your license is suspended, Holt. Want more charges?" A news van arrived, Rachel Carter, a bold reporter, with her cameraman Luke. "Is the HOA blocking a wedding?" she asked. Carolyn paled as cameras rolled. A cow named Freedom mooed, stealing the scene. Mark gave them 5 minutes. Residents, including HOA Vice President Tom, watched, siding with me. Carolyn hissed, "You'll pay for this mess, Lawson." I smiled. Her threat, caught on camera, was her downfall. The barriers dropped, guests poured through, and Mark switched to groomsman mode. "Better than planned," he grinned. "Holt's license is done." The wedding was magical, Emma radiant, Liam amazed under the oak. The reception danced under string lights, the sunset painting the sky. Midway, a health inspector came, citing a fake complaint. Our permits were perfect. He apologized, hinting at Carolyn's doing. Later, loud generator noise came from her property. Mark, in groomsman clothes, shut it down, citing rules. Travis's last move, parking to block the exit, ended with him pushing a deputy, cuffed for assault, yelling as Freedom mooed again, Rachel's camera rolling. The clip went viral, #RanchJustice and #HOA Tyrant trending. Most guests missed the drama, lost in the party. Emma and Liam's first dance was perfect. After they left for their honeymoon, Mark confirmed Travis's license was gone, Carolyn's big mistake. A guest, retired Judge Martha Hayes, predicted lawsuits and resident revolts. She was right. Carolyn's email blaming me for sheriff abuse backfired when leaked. Residents demanded she quit at an emergency HOA meeting. I showed proof of her harassment. Tom revealed her misuse of funds for Peak, and a leaked recording of her telling Travis to stage a siege sealed her fate. Her meltdown, denying a conspiracy, was weak. A 45-2 vote kicked her out. The HOA sued Carolyn for $250,000, banning her from boards for 10 years. She sold her house at a loss, her council dreams dead. Travis got 6 months for assault and lost his career. Tom, now president, protected the easement in bylaws. The ranch and Cedar Hills grew close, hosting joint events. The road became Harmony Lane. Emma and Liam welcomed a son, Mark's godchild. My story reached law schools, Freedom the Cow a local star. Carolyn, Last seen managing a mall far away, was shunned by HOAs, her past viral. I learned standing firm isn't just for you, it's for everyone. At our community barbecue, I raise a glass. No one's above the law, especially not a Texan with family, a sheriff, and the truth.